tell you many names. Names that you probably never heard of. The names of the people who you own your freedom. When London was burned, we came to rescue. Let's be honest, you were losing this battle, and you never believed in us. But that's okay, because Luftwaffe never believed in us either, and we proved them wrong. Well, looks like you can add my name to that list. On September 1st, 1939, the world has changed. Germans attacked Poland, and they brought terror and death of innocent people with them. 17 days later, Soviet Russia betrayed us, and they stabbed us in the back. They attacked Poland from the east. We fight on the land. We fight at the sea. And we fight in the air. We fight. We swore to defend Poland with the price of our lives. And so many have fulfilled thereof. It was my first battle. We fight bravely, but we were doomed to fail. There were too many of them, but still, we fight. I became a prisoner in Soviet prisoner camp, but even the sadistic Soviets did not keep me there for long. I escaped. Later I heard the stories that those who stayed in that Soviet camp were murdered in cotton forest or deported to Siberia. But the fate was the same. Death. After a long journey, I managed to get to France, where the Polish army is supposed to be rebuilt. But it didn't take long for France to capitulate it. So we escaped to Great Britain. Soon Britain was losing more pilots than they had managed to train the new ones. England was boomed, and London was on fire.
In an air fight, we see a British plane shot down. Casualty of sky battle, it plunges to earth. But the pilot has bailed out in his parachute and falls into the channel. Boats to the rescue, as happens repeatedly in the air war. A New Zealand pilot. Many a flyer shot down has escapes like this.
Then, they started recruiting foreigners to British RAF. Poles, Czech, and others. I remember a British pilot told us many times that how we can defend Britain if we couldn't defend Poland. Go home, they said, but the truth was, they knew nothing. So we started fighting for British in the Battle of Britain.
In the first year of this war, British pilots have brought down 1,752 in raids on this country. These are the men who do it. Fighting alongside British and Empire pilots are those of Poland under Royal Air Force Command. He's explaining what he did to a Messerschmitt. It looks practically fatal.
The first step to free Poland was safe London. We believed that by helping the British, we were helping Poland. So we fight. Soon, across the British sky, Polish pilots fight for your freedom, right above your heads. We fight so that British will never share the fate of Poles, murdered by Germans and murdered by Soviets. The world was watching, and we had nothing to lose. So we fight. Soon we become known in the whole Great Britain. We shot down more German planes each day than the British or other pilots. The Germans were afraid of us. Good, because they deserve it. It was easy because we hated them. For all the pain they caused Poland, for all the suffering of innocent people, for Germans' crimes against Poles. It was our time for payback. For some time, we've been treated like heroes by British. TVs, radios, press, they all talk about us. And English girls loved us. We were invited to posh parties. We were decorated with medals.
Polish pilots have been flying with the Royal Air Force for more than a year. And on this parade they were reviewed by General Sikorski and our Air Chief Marshal, Sir Charles Borton. It was a day of special significance, for the General handed over to a Polish bomber squadron for safekeeping a flag that has come to them from out of enslaved Poland. Polish women embroidered the flag in secret. A Polish girl smuggled it through German-occupied Europe and brought it to Britain. The day of ceremony ended with the decoration in the Polish tradition of many of her sons with awards for gallantry, and many NCOs were raised to commissioned rank, including one who was recovering from wounds.
Never was so much owned by so many to so few. Do you remember that, Britain? Many of my friends died because they were defending you, Britain. We defended you, Britain, because we believe that you will defend Poland one day. But instead, you betrayed us. Churchill and Roosevelt, they signed the deal with the murder, with the Stalin. You gave a quarter of my country to the Soviets, and you condemned the rest of the Poles to the Soviet occupation for many years to come. For the sacrifice of Polish soldiers, for all the sacrifice of Polish blood, they sold us. Because Polish pilots fight and died for your freedom, Britain. That's why Germans never came with the tanks. They never destroyed your cities. They never killed thousands of your citizens on the streets of your cities. And Soviets never came to kill, rape, and rob you, Britain. This is the truth, and you can deny it if you want. We won this battle for you, Britain. But when the war was ended, you forgot about us. You didn't need us anymore. We won this battle for you, Britain. when the day of the great victory parade has come. You didn't invite Polish army because you didn't want to offend Stalin, the murder of Poles. And you betrayed us once again. You invited Polish pilots, but we refused. We didn't go in your parade. How could we? If we go in your parade, it will be betrayal. Betrayal of every sacrifice and every Polish blood spilled in this war. And after that, it will be betrayal. You got your freedom, Britain, but we Poles, we have to fight for ours for another 50 years or more. So the question is, do you remember us, Britain? We won this battle for you, Britain.